Hello everyone, Shadefire here, and welcome back to Let's Play Metro Exodus. This is episode 15, because I actually didn't count the last episode right, and I kept saying 13. Anyhow, we have met up with Giul here, who is going to lead us into the underground bunker, where the satellite maps should be to tell us where to go, and where is not super irradiated. Also, I did turn up the brightness a couple notches for this episode, since we are going to be in the dark underground, and that means that the episode will be very dark if I didn't, so I'll turn it back down when we go outside. Alright, so we need to get the power on. Alright, locker full of spiders. Don't really need that. We got a generator here. Or a transformer. We have to find out what it's connected to. Alright. Guess we'll just attach our little charger here, which can turn on this whole thing. It's surprising that the power still works here after like 30 years. I guess not 30, it's like 23 years? This is 2036.
There's a narrow passage.
And the nuclear war was 2013.
Stay here. Someone must keep the power going.
Alright, but well, before we do that, let's go look what's over here. And you can see this whole thing where the lighthouse is used to be, you know, just a little island, which is why there is a boat, like, dock underground here. This would have been where the water level was. Okay. So I guess it wouldn't make sense for them to send her with us, because then it wouldn't be a spooky spider dungeon.
If you see Mom's picture, bring it. I'll be thankful to you as long as I live.
That sounds like a side quest. Alright. Well, we know what Spiderbugs don't like from Metro Exodus, Last Light, which is light. Spiderbugs do not like light. To the point where it actually kills them. There's a bunch of little ones here. Now, they already flipped over. I want to get a picture of them while they were still standing. I guess we'll get one of the bigger ones. Artyom's like, I know, I've done this before. But yeah, Last Light had that whole cool DLC where you were a random stalker going into a bunker full of them, and you got a flamethrower after wandering around unarmed for a while. That was one of the better ones from that DLC set. Okay, that is probably how we're gonna get out. We'll jump down from there. Well, there's a lot of cabling in this room. Not much else. Ooh, there's a really big... Oh, okay. I thought the hitbox was coming from that light. I'm like, wow. Okay, it doesn't look like there's any corpses down here. Sounds like there's one, yep, right up there. I have a feeling at some point the power is going to cut out, and she's going to be like, shit, Artyom, let me see if I can fix it. Nope. Now I've done it. I've fallen into the spider pit. No, these ones don't actually look that distinct. They're very black. But it might be because they're burning. I think those are the females, and then the ones with the tails are the males. Or the other way around. I mean, generally with arthropods, you would expect the female to be the bigger one. Okay, nothing back here. There is a dead guy back here. Don't know how I was actually supposed to get to that, aside from just kind of jumping into this. At least this is a dark area where I can use my light. Because there's no stealth involved. Alright, so we gotta keep an eye out for her mother. Really weird lighting in this room. Keep an eye out for her mother's photo. Probably gonna be at a desk or something. Also, how would we know it's her mother's photo? Is it just gonna be, oh, by the way, this is the only photo. It happens to be the one you wanted. Alright, so this is why it was giving me filters? Oh, my timer's not going down. Weird. It's like sort of... Okay, there we go. For some reason in that spot it wasn't going down. How exactly are they burrowing out of the tile floors? Alright. This might be a better one. No, they're like really hard to get a picture of. You have to like not flash your light on them. But then... Nah. Then again, these are still the small ones. The big ones you had to flip over and then shoot them in the belly. It's really awkward the way it clips back up the wall. Alright, so let's make sure there's no photo around here. Yeah, so you have to keep your light on them if you want them to actually die. Man, it's a really big difference of the lighter versus the flashlight on how much you can see. That works. Is my mask still going down? I have to actually put away the lighter to see. Yeah, okay, we're still ticking down filter time. Okay, 1 minute warning. I mean, this looks like the place where we'd find a photo. January 12th, 2018. Alright, so this, I guess this is after the bombs. Don't spread the panic. Colonel Markov's suicide note is to be kept under wraps. I'm classifying it as top secret. Nobody except for us three is to know if his last orders, which are null and void anyway, as Colonel Markov killed himself to avoid bearing responsibility for carrying those orders out. Directive 01 is to be strictly observed. The radio silence stands. The war is still going on, and we are soldiers. Even if we were to follow those treacherous orders, we don't have the manpower or transport required to undertake a 1,000-kilometer journey. Lieutenant Colonel R.V. Novikov, acting commander of Caspian 1 Satellite Communication Center. Alright. So they wanted them to go 1,000 kilometers away, which sounds like a trip we could make in a train. I wonder if that is orders to go to the Ark. Which, as we saw, was not a good place to go, so it's probably the best that they didn't follow them. Okay, I had a interact prompt here for a second. Oh, got about 8 seconds left. Gotta do a lot of button management in this area. Wiping my gas mask, changing filters, pumping my flashlight, pulling out the lighter. I also don't know what we're really looking for yet, aside from some kind of command room. Okay, so let's confirm there are no photos around here. Because this kind of looks like the place where someone would keep a photo of themselves. Maybe not. Wiping my gas mask doesn't seem to do anything, so I think that is on the inside. Alright, I think I've done my due diligence to make sure that it's not in this area. I thought it was over here, because I feel like I got a prompt when I was standing, like, right here. But I guess that might have been the journal. Alright, let's carry on. Okay, this will probably open that door in the other room. You know, I have to wonder, is this charger, like, directly wired to his flashlight normally?
Artyom, 1-2, testing. It's me, Damir. I hope
Because that seems really awkward otherwise.
Giul nearly shot me, thought I was an enemy.
Attention. Ventilation system failure. Prepare individual equipment and remain at your stations. Await for further instructions.
Did you hear that, Artyom?
Await further instructions. Alright, so none of this stuff is doing anything right now, right? Well, we got some, like, maps. That look like 2 nuke sites in a city. Okay, filter's about to run out. I only have a minute of filter time left. Should probably make more.
Stepianik, we're up a shit creek without a pedal. The cracks on the lower level that last earthquake opened are now seeping gas, and that gas is toxic if I know anything. The ventilation is so far keeping it at bay. But what if the power shuts off again? Or we get another tremor and the cracks open wider? I told the chief, but he's just pulling his usual sit on your ass in your office, drink and twiddle your thumbs trick. Don't panic and strictly observe Directive 01 like a broken record. I don't even know what to do anymore.
Alright. So I should have enough filter time now. Though I am hoping part of this area is not full of toxic gas. I mean, these seem like pretty serious holes. Am I out of filter already? Yep. Okay, so we can't spend too much time in here or I'm gonna run out of filter and run out of chemicals to make more.
Try to open the lower levels. Alright, where was that thing?
I mean, this place doesn't seem too dangerous yet. But I think once we get to a floor that doesn't have lights, it'll become more of a problem.
Ventilation system running nominally. All personnel are to proceed according to general instructions.
I really wish that I could still see my timer watch from this view. Okay, I think the... doesn't look like the gas is down here. Well, she did say that her mother worked in the command center, so I guess this is where we'd find the picture. Oh no, I got soot in my eyes. Can't wipe that out. Man, how did so much dust get in here? I guess it's been pumped in by the ventilation. Well, it's not really dust, it's sand. Checking all these computer stations. So I guess this map's not much good to us. Suppose we need the physical maps? I mean, they said to check the archive, because I guess we need a printed map. But would these guys have been keeping track of these maps and keep printing them out after the war? I guess they would. Part of their whole operate as normal thing. Alright, so what we need is not in here. Is that the elevator coming down? Demir gonna come down here? Pretty much all I have to do is knock him over and then punch him. Which saves me ammo. If I don't have to shoot anything down here. These guys do seem a little more armored than they were in the previous game. Because you could still shoot them then, it was just better to burn them first.
Artyom, the link is breaking up. You're too deep. I have an idea, though.
How do you like this, Artyom? At least this way you're sure to hear me. Oh, the plan says the archive door can only be opened from the inside, in manual mode. But you can get in through the vents. Look for entrance in the next room.
Alright, so that's where we need to go. Means we're gonna climb through here. And so far, this place is really not that bad. Certainly less unfriendly than an X lab would be. Having finished analyzing the latest satellite photographs, we arrived at the conclusion that the reservoir is accumulating radioactive fallout, which forms a sediment at the bottom and does not interfere with the ecosystem below the dam, thus keeping the levels of pollution in the region relatively moderate. It is, although, obvious that the long-term effects will wholly depend on the water's lock's state. If the lock gates remain standing, we can safely consider the valley safe for decades. Should the water break through, it will bring thousands of tons of radioactive sediment with it, leaving the valley even worse off than the other polluted territory. Alright, so I have a feeling that's probably where we're gonna end up going. Even though that sounds maybe like not a good place to start up a settlement. Oh yeah, you know, it's gonna collapse at some point and destroy the entire area, but until then, it'll be safe living. Alright, this is probably her mother. Kinda grim to be like, oh yeah, we found your mother's skeleton down there.
Just finished moving into the old lighthouse. Staying with Giul in that hole any longer is out of question. New gas geysers keep sprouting daily. The whole bunker could collapse any moment now. There's nothing to hope for. Nobody knows why we are even here anymore. We certainly can't do any work. I only go down there for the pittance that passes for rations nowadays. I'd like to believe that it's safer on the surface, but who am I trying to fool? The people are famished. Every day brings news of new attacks and murders, ever more violent. All my thoughts are with Giul now. I can't believe this nightmare is the world she's going to live in from now on.
It's okay, so she did survive, but at some point she came back down here and died. Is she holding on to a photo of herself? I guess that's her and her daughter. Artyom's like, sorry, I really need this. So they look like they are from one of Russia's native bloodlines. That more kind of Asiatic look. Well, that's not good. Oh yeah, there we go. Power's out. Spiders come out to play. Oh, he really quickly pushed me. It's harder to burn them if they can just crawl into the holes in the walls. Oh, alright. That was the first time I actually got an option to do that. Also, it said Q, but I hit V, which is the melee button, and it still worked. Alright, so we got the photo. Means now we can just focus on getting out of here. Or I suppose getting into the archive room and then getting out of here. No more loot. I don't know why this ventilation shaft is sucking up a lot of air. I guess the fans are still running. So yeah, this seems to be a smaller breed of Spiderbug than the one in the Metro. Because the ones in the Metro were bigger than a person. I'm actually not even sure bullets hurt them. I don't think I'm going to be able to flash these guys to death. They can retreat too quickly. Just have to keep them at bay. Alright, so the lift should be the one in the control room that we saw. Okay, this is where we need to be. Well, let's check over here first. Actually, maybe this is where we need to be. No, this is the archive room. Which means we just have to find the right year. 1999. 2009. 2019, or 2013. Alright, here's one that's not damaged. So let's open it up. I could get if the map's just dissolved. But, like, it seems weird that these are just empty. Especially because they're printed on, like, plastic. Alright, so just like in Metro 2033 in the library, we have found an archive and looted it. So I guess most of the people here must have died from running out of filters? So everyone's wearing gas masks? Alright. I mean, even without the lights, these guys aren't really that much of a threat.
Now, when we finally have the data on all of the largest city agglomerations, it is obvious that our hopes to find one that had somehow been spared attack were unfounded. Moscow was apparently hit especially hard. The new data confirms that fallout makes it completely impossible to live there. Only Novosibirsk might be marginally worse, where...
Mommy, look at what I drew!
Oh, who is this?
It's me! I drew this! Look!
Oh, that's a great picture. Senior Researcher Kakimova, please, take the child outside. This is a briefing, after all.
Come, Giul. You can't come in here. Come. Show me the picture else.
While we're waiting, I suggest we take a look at the enemy territory. Here and here. This is, obviously, city lights. If not for Directive 01, If we had any means of communication, we'd have to report the coordinates immediately as a target for the follow-up strikes.
You know, it's not bad enough we destroy the entire world. We gotta make sure we finish off anyone who survived. So that's the stupidity of nuclear war. But that's never stopped Russia before. It's been 5 years since our last contact with HQ. For 5 years we've been carrying out their last order. Keep radio silence and await further instructions. The rations have been cut down to the barest minimum, yet will completely run out of food come summer. The people are at the verge of exhaustion. Increasing seismic activity has compromised the facility's structural integrity. We are running out of time. Environment outside is deteriorating rapidly. Satellite monitoring confirms that effective radioactive pollution levels are much higher than in any of the predicted scenarios. You can count the areas remaining relatively clean in the northern hemisphere on the fingers. The one nearest to our location is more than 2,000 kilometers away. Considering the present situation, I can no longer bear the responsibility for the lives of the personnel. My final orders are: disregard Directive 01. Contact the Yamantau government survival facility and demand further instructions pertaining to the actual situation. If such instructions are not received within 3 days, abandon the communications center and move out to the nearest clean zone. I have no idea how we would cross more than 2,000 kilometers in our present state. Still, getting there is only the way to ensure the survival of the personnel. Consider this my formal resignation letter. Colonel M.S. Markov. So I guess those are the final orders that the other guy wanted them to disregard? No, fuck that guy. Let's just stay in this shitty, deteriorating bunker until we all die. Because we are good Russian patriots. I wonder if the lighter actually downs them faster. Oh, it took off a leg. Or just a leg armor? Slippery little bastards. Okay, so if you want the kill prompt, you have to stare at them for like 5 seconds first. It's much faster just to punch them. Alright, we're gonna need our mask again, I think. Okay, they can just burrow here, so there's no point. Is this the elevator he was talking about? Also, I think I could just stare at them for a bit, and they would die from the light anyway. So there's not really much point in stabbing them. Okay, I guess he didn't mean that elevator? It's clearly not this elevator. Or is it? No, I guess it's coming now. I just had to stand here for a bit. They're like, oh, Artyom, you wanted to come up.
Hurry up, Artyom. The generator's almost out of fuel. Giul and I won't last here without the light.
Why, do you guys not have flashlights? Maybe nobody else has Artyom's universal charger.
Giul, get those lights back on! The lift did its job!
I mean, we could just go. Yeah, so this is the ledge that I was talking about. Our shortcut out. I feel like they actually looked better in Last Light than they do now. There's just the solid black design is not that interesting. Whereas before they were more kind of greenish.
Well, we have the maps, so we have to take them back to the Colonel. By the way, I brought your car. It's at the dock.
How exactly did you bring my car?
It's amazing the lift still works with all the cracks in the bunker.
There wasn't exactly a road leading up here.
They had to repair many times, and other things too. Keprakme. Thank you, Artyom. This is for you. Father gave it to me when I was little. Damir says there's a little girl on your train. Give it to her. May it bring her luck.
Okay. I'm not sure what you gave me. It looked like a water bottle.
Most of the Munai are raiding all their best troops. If they were all here, you'd be dead already. But now, we have a chance to change things.
Well, I freed your people already.
Translates to something like oil-rich people. Oil drillers, I guess.
Listen to me. I'll tell you where to go now. When outside, go right. The road there used to lead to the sea, to port.
Anna should be around there. Contact her. She probably found something interesting. I'll stay and try to find out more about these oil drillers. We'll contact the base as soon as I get any useful information.
I'm surprised Anna didn't end up in this bunker.
Tell me, Giul, how did this Baron come to power here?
My people chose their fate themselves.
What? Become slaves of their own will?
Here, Damir, I've got a note I can
Yes,
hand
they
you.
did.
Explains the whole thing.
The Munai told them they'd protect in exchange for their work, and they agreed. The Munai told them to worship the holy flame, and they agreed again.
Well, they did not have much choice then.
You're gonna be our slaves.
They had a
Okay.
choice.
Also, worship
To
this
fight.
fire. Okay.
To fight and die, but not be slaves.
Not everybody is ready for that.
One must be ready. I'm always ready.
Don't you know, Damir? A man
that is why
chooses,
you
a
fight
slave
alone.
obeys.
Even alone, I can get the Baron.
Suppose you do get him. What next?
I'll think of what to do once the Baron lies dead.
And then she becomes the new Baron.
Makes sense, I guess.
Hey, one thing at a time.
You go, Artyom. Good luck to you.
Alright. Bye, guys.
Oh, Artyom. We'll talk later.
Oh, it's too bad I can't get in through the top.
Well, see ya, Artyom. Good luck.
Can
Goodbye, Artyom.
I get in at all? There we go. Well, that was fun, but not particularly difficult. I thought we might be in a worse spot down there than we actually ended up being. Alright, so they want me to go back to the Aurora.
Base, Anna here. Understand. I'm near the port, watching the main road. Got activity. Nothing serious so far, but some backup would be welcome.
It sounds like her cough is getting worse.
Listen up, everyone. The Baron is
And also, nobody's concerned about that.
Listen up, everyone. The Baron is speaking. So, people, I had a radio chat with the boss of that train gang, and I don't even know what to say. For starters, that boss.
Oh, so he wasn't just bullshitting before?
Is Colonel. And he's not on a joyride here. Oh no. He's been sent here on a mission by the Supreme Command. He was rather vague on the specifics, though he says his mission is secret. And if you think this is all there is, you're gravely mistaken.
Alright, let me bump down the gamma a little bit now that we're out of the bunker. It's looking pretty bright.
Where this colonel is hailing from? Straight from Moscow. It has been such a long time since I had such a laugh. But that isn't even all. This clown wants our water, fuel, and right of passage. He's a reasonable man, ain't he?
So,
And in return,
Miller is just trying to con them now.
man is sure to reward us later. Oh, it's been a while since I heard such bullshit, people. I don't know who is this colonel and who told him we are all complete morons here. But we cannot really let this slide. So, here's what we're going to do. Whoever brings a live train gang member to me will be rich. I'm just so curious to see a guest from Moscow.
Anna, you better not get yourself captured.
As you were, everyone. The Baron has spoken.
Alright, the reason I stood next to the thing is because I wanted to hear that out, but there is a location over here, which I didn't really think I could drive to. Well, again, I didn't really use any ammo inside, so... don't have to worry about using some here. These guys are not very good at kicking the hill. You know, you'd think for, like, semi-humans, they might be a little intelligent. Enough to be like, oh, maybe we shouldn't start a fight. But no, they just come right at you. Look at this guy in his bone armor. Okay, so what do we got here? Not a whole lot. Oh, I thought that was a note we could pick up, but no. Really not much here. So I guess we're never going to find keys for any of the other vehicles, which is a shame. That ATV thing looked like it would have been fun. Because the van is, you know, it's passable. It is a vehicle, but that's really all I can say about it. It's not a lot of fun to drive. Oh. It's a lot of blood for a sprained ankle. So where is Anna? She said by the port. I guess the port is their base, which means she probably is going to get captured. Alright, so the location is up ahead. Alright, so we're not going to go too far, because it took a decent amount of time to go through that bunker. And, yep, that's my light not working. And that's a demon nest. The demon is sleeping. Oh, no, he's not sleeping anymore. Oop. Really bright. Wait, why did the night vision put blood on my face? I can still see the flashlight turning on my headlights. Oh. Yeah, I probably should have expected that. Now, it's funny, because a fall from about a quarter of that height, if I was controlling myself, wouldn't have been fatal. Or would have been fatal, like when I tripped down those stairs and died. But if I dropped out of the sky by a demon, I apparently don't take any lasting damage. Again, why am I killing this demon? There doesn't seem to be anything here. Some of these locations seem kind of pointless. There's not even like a corpse to loot. Alright. I guess we'll just leave them be with a couple of bullet holes. So this is another location. Maybe this will be a safe house? There haven't been, like, any in this area. Which is weird, considering how many people inhabit this area. Oh, there we go. So there is still that base over there that I passed on the way in. How is it still marking more locations? Jeez. It's like no matter how many times I do a survey sweep, there's always something I missed. Can we see Anna from up here? Is she like over there? Well, that's the boat there. Yeah, I don't know where she'd be. Let's see. Have the maps. Yeah, it doesn't say where she called in from. See, that time I slid down when I hit shift. I don't know how to make it work. I think you have to hit, like, shift and S right as you start. But I'm not really sure. Let's hope she'll be fine for a couple hours. I really hope that wasn't like a... Oh, cool.
Hey, don't get all tense here. If we wanted you dead, you'd wake up dead already. No two ways about that, huh? Hell yeah!
Hell yeah. Listen, brother, let's make some kind of deal, yeah? Lighting's a little bad
so
here.
Don't you worry, pal. Saul wants to make you offer, so listen.
So, here we meet again. Did you forget how you knocked me out back
I was gonna say, that's the guy I knocked out. So I suppose this wouldn't have happened if I just killed him.
My head still hurts, you see? I also remember that you didn't kill me when you could. So here you go. 8 bullets in the cylinder, you see. Cost me 2 tons of water, so be gentle with it. But that was just for...
I was gonna say, is he not gonna make eye contact with me? get a better picture here.
Play. Time for business.
What did he give me?
I figure you
Oh.
want to know why I rushed you there. Do you know our Baron? Well, I basically had him on a plate already, you see? I spent 5 years sucking up to him and roughing up the damn locals for him. I even got his custom van for that service. Ah, don't sweat it.
That doesn't seem like a great reward.
I have more than one car. So, to cut to the chase, I almost lost that crazy witch on his ass. She was supposed to whack him, and I had all the preparations in place. Rast, vach, tiri, tamki, you see? And that's the moment you guys choose to arrive at. Train and all. The Baron, with his paranoia, immediately decides that you are a new gang from the West. Out to get him specifically. And all my planning goes to the shitter. Lock all the doors, triple the guards, the whole shebang. That Giul lost any chance of getting close enough to him.
So I'm guessing he wants me to kill the Baron
But
and let him
now
take
I think
over.
This might even be for the better. Besides, you've just helped that girl out of the lighthouse, so now Baron thinks you people are signing the locals up to finish attacking him. In any case, I'll be frank. Neither you nor I are interested in Baron staying alive, so I say, whack him for good. You seem to be up to the task. I can still feel the thrashing you gave me.
I mean, I'm not sure this guy is a
Consider
better
the gun and
choice,
the car in advance payment.
but
If
it's
you
not
do
like we're gonna
keep
kill
Baron
all
out,
of the bandits
I'll make
here.
sure none of the boys take chasing you too seriously. Then we'll be even. If you fuck up, no skin off
It's
my
not like
back
Artyom
either.
here is
I'll just save the
going
Baron
around
from
fixing
the
everyone's
evil
problems.
gang out to get him, and he'll crown me by his own hand. So, think about it. You still have time.
Alright. Are we good then? Alright. I'll take that under consideration. If I can find the ladder.
Hey, leaving already?
I don't know. You didn't exactly give me an option to answer you. Okay. I'm gonna assume that was just because I don't have to do anything.
Hey, leaving already?
Watch, I fucked it up and they're just gonna start shooting at me as I leave. Well, I think it's actually a good place to end this episode. So we got our maps and we got an offer from Saul here, who I suppose we wouldn't have gotten an offer from if we had killed him. Also, I wonder if that just happens regardless of where we sleep. Just if we sleep at one of these after doing the Giul mission. Anyhow, I'm Shadefire, this is Metro Exodus, and I hope you'll continue joining me next time.
We're all friends here.
I can't even see you
Now we're
guys.
talking.
Where we will take out this bandit gang, I think. I mean, we still got a few places to hit. Kind of this entire left section, but then we'll be ready to leave. Also, we gotta go rescue Anna, which we should probably do. Anyhow, take care, folks. See you next time.